friends. I'm Miss Sally and we are going to be making a creature craft together today. We are making monster feet. Let's get started. To make your monster shoes, first you'll gather all of your materials. You'll need an empty tissue box, tissue paper, a sponge, something to act as a straight edge, a writing tool, some glue, some paint, brushes, and scissors. Once you've gathered everything together, you can start by opening up the slit in your tissue box a little bit more. That way, you have enough room to put your foot inside. Then, you'll get your paint together. I'm going to start with green paint and use my sponge to paint it on. You can use whatever color you like. It can match with your tissue paper decorations, or it doesn't have to. You could also just color your tissue box or use whatever you would like to decorate your monster shoes as monster feet. I'm going to add on some yellow paint for little yellow splotches. Mix it however you would like. After you've painted all you want to paint on your tissue box, be sure to let it dry before you go on to your next step. You could also use something underneath your tissue box to make sure you don't get paint on your furniture, and use some washable paint so you can wash it off your hands. After you've let your paint dry, you can go on to adding some nice monster hair to your tissue box. I've used some green tissue paper here for monster hair. I'll tear it into long strips, then smaller pieces. Tear as much monster hair as you would like. You might like to use different colors or different shades together. Then you can scrunch it together to make some nice messy hair for your monster. All my pieces here ready, and I'm going to use some glue and some water mixed together. Here I've used Mod Podge, but you could use any kind of adhesive or glue that you would like. I have a little paintbrush here, and I'm going to take my tissue paper, paint my watered down glue onto my tissue box, and stick on some monster hair. You can layer it together or just use a few pieces, whatever look you like. Just keep adding hair in all the places you want it until you have the monster look you like. After you've checked your box to make sure everything is covered how you like it, you'll let it sit to dry before the next step. Now that your glue is dry, you are ready to add on your monster toes. They could also be monster teeth if you want them to be that. I'm using a simple kitchen sponge here. You can take a ruler or some sort of measuring tool to measure out and then mark it in the middle. You can use your ruler as a straight edge to draw your line down the middle of your sponge, and then draw whatever shape of toes you would like this. Set aside your measuring tool and your writing tool and get your scissors. You can use your scissors to cut out your toes or teeth. Now that you have your sponge cut out, you'll take your piece. One sponge should give you 2 pieces. And you'll take your piece and you can use some glue. Add it to the edge. You can use hot glue, Elmer's glue, tacky glue, whatever you have handy. Hold your pointed end so your pointed end is out, and then press and hold until it's dry and it is sticking to your monster foot. Your monster feet are all ready for walking or stomping. You've painted them, added tissue paper, and your sponge toes. You can add anything else you'd like to decorate, including some googly eyes. You might like to add those to the top so they're peering up at you. Just grab your glue again and use those for sticking. Now you're ready to make your monster moves. Now that you've made your monster feet, you can do some monster moves and read some monster stories. Read about monsters in many forms in a library book. Follow along with trolls, ogres, golems, and goblins, and even more monsters. You can take journeys of discovery, meet misfit friends, and enjoy some silly, gross-out descriptions. Here are some of our favorites. Check out one of our many colorful monster picture books. Or try a fun graphic novel or chapter book. Many monster stories to share.